Hey guys, what is going on? Hope you're having a good day. Today we're going to be doing a video and sort of starting a series that I started about a month ago with my first War Thunder tutorial video, and thought a much better way of teaching you guys about the game and stuff would actually just be to show you clips of my gameplay and sort of talk about what I'm thinking, what's happening, what's going on, my decision making process. And I have a fantastic clip here, to be honest, that sort of is going to go over the basics of both reversals and mostly defensive flying. So here I am in the Focke-Wulf 190. Just started the game. And this is sort of a few minutes before stuff happens, but I'm going to show it to you anyway, just because I want to talk about the first thing that is really important in this clip, is my situational awareness. As you see, I'm looking around constantly, making sure to pick out the biggest threat to me, which I can, as you see, I've highlighted as that P-39. But I can see there's a scrap sort of going on down here, and I'm just looking around to see if any planes will come and pounce on me should I dive for one of these planes. But they all seem to be fairly far away. That Thunderbolt down there is not too much of an issue. And that P-39 is my biggest threat, but he looks to be going the other way. So I decided to commit here. And you'll notice right here, I'm just going to pause it, I don't follow him down initially, just because he's quite far away. And with him diving down, I probably won't catch him. So there's no point in me trying to dive down and lose on my altitude. It's better for me to wait for him to slow down, or for me to slowly make my way down and sort of get in range, so to speak. But anyway, so yeah, I get to about 1.2, and then I start to initiate my dive. And then just as I sort of get to here, I realise that he's going to pull away from me, and he's also just going to commit straight for this 109. Now in this situation, there's three potential targets that I could pick out. There's this P-47 here, then there's this P-47 here, which is coming from this direction, and then there's this Corsair. These two are probably the easiest targets. They're low, they're slow, they're probably going to be the ones I end up going for. So as you see, I already start turning, because I know that P-47, he's going to commit for him, and he's probably going to be too fast for me to catch. On the other hand, these planes, especially this P-47 here, which is in the middle of its turn, is going to be very slow. So he's the one I end up going for. The issue here is, though, however, he's started to turn in, and my speed and my altitude is not ideal. I'm about to break probably 700 kilometers an hour very soon. I'm all below 1500 meters. I'm, if not, compressing already. So if he sort of comes off this way and makes my dive shallower, I'd easily get the kill. But as you see here, it turns in, and just as I start firing, I'm going 700 kilometers an hour, less than 1,000 meters. I'm compressing at this point. So good flying on his part, perhaps unbeknownst to him. But unfortunately, he slips away here because of how he was flying, only able to get some slight hits. But you can already see here that I'm compressing quite badly. So okay, standard Focke-Wulf procedure is keep my energy retention, pull straight back up into the dive. And about here is where things start to get interesting. This P-39 that I highlighted earlier has decided to turn back and come, get stuck in. And there's already 4 aircraft going for the 109, which is, of course, there is, because it's War Thunder. But yeah, in a second here, this P-39 decides not to go for the 109. And you can see, I can't quite get the frame on it perhaps, but about just here, he changes his mind and decides to follow me up. And as I look back in a few seconds, boom, there he is, 1.39 kilometers away and chasing me hard. Now he's dived from quite high up, and it takes me a second to realise he's gaining fast, and he's got a lot of energy, and I think the P-39 is fast. So from this point onwards, it's a defensive game. I'm not going to outrun him. I'm not going to outturn him in a dogfight. My best chance is a reversal. But let's not get there quite yet. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. First we need to do some defensive flying. So he's firing at us here, and he's firing way too far out. He needs to get a lot closer, because there's plenty of time for me to see the tracer rounds and to dodge. And you'll see over the next about 30 seconds that all I'm pretty much doing at this point is very small turns, because I don't want to bleed a lot of speed. And because the Focke-Wulf's got quite a good roll rate, I can easily just dodge every burst of his just by doing a slight turn. As you can see here, dodge to the left. Lucky shot on my tail there, but nothing too damaging. We can still carry on. We start to actually pull away here, but unfortunately he does catch up. I think the P-39 is faster than me. So at this point, this is classic defensive flying situation. Now I'm looking to get a reversal. I need to wait for him to get closer, but not too close that I don't have enough time to react and get out of the way of his bullets. Now this is different for different planes at different speeds, but here I'm thinking about 1.5 kilometers, so I'm waiting for him to get in, and as he gets closer, I can no longer react to his bullets. I have to anticipate and start dodging, because by the time I've reacted, if he fires at 0.6 kilometers, it might be too late, and he clips my engine or something, and then, you know, I'm screwed. So here I am, bleeding a bit of speed and closing him in at the same time. Getting pretty close now, and it's getting hard for me to dodge his bullets. And about here is where I decide to go for the dive. So in order for me to reverse him, he needs to be going too fast, and I need to have enough speed so that if he pulls up, I can follow him and then kill him. So watch what happens here. I decide to pull straight down. He's closing the distance even more. 0.4 kilometers, pretty close range, I'd consider. Look at my altitude, look at my speed, I'm going very fast. He's going even faster than I am. So by the time I reach the bottom of my dive here, he's probably going above 700 kilometers an hour, which means he's compressing. And so it's about, in a few seconds, you'll see me cut my engine just here as I pull a hard turn to the left to bleed some speed. He's very close, and to be honest, I'm quite lucky he doesn't kill me here. He does clip my engine, unfortunately, but I easily could have made it back to base on this. But yes, he's very close range, but I've cut my throttle. I'll pull my flaps in a minute. He's going to be going about 700 kilometers an hour still. Pull some spicy footwork. He's not able to get his guns on, and boom, I pull my flaps, and just as he overtakes, I've whacked my throttle back up as soon as I can. Now he is the one that needs to be on the defensive now. So he pulls up, the sensible manoeuvre to make in that scenario, because he's assuming I've not got that much speed, but because of the dive I've made, I've still got a lot of speed, enough to follow him up into that incline. Oh god, I apologise for this lag. I don't know why that happened, but anyway. So he's pulled up, sensible decision. I'm fairly low on speed, so I'm going to have to make my move soon, otherwise it's kind of game over. Anyway, he pulls up, starts to spiral. Now at this point, a Corsair, the Corsair I think that was attacking that 109 earlier, has come back, realised what's going on, and that's the gunfire that ended up hitting my plane. So at this point, I kind of accept my fate and just realise that I'm dead. However, I can still get the kill here. So basically, every decision I make from now on is just to fully commit to getting this P-39 killed. And unfortunately, I don't anticipate how much energy he still has. I'm expecting him to sort of dive down because he's lost some energy. So that's why I'm sort of keeping my plane rotated in this manner. So I'm expecting him to pull down, I'll pull down, and then he'll get up in my guns. At the last second, about here, he pulls up. not much I can do about that, unfortunately. He was flying fairly well, and as you can see at the last minute, he just pulls above my guns. So, well played, P39. I did nothing particularly wrong there, even though this engagement didn't go well, which is why I think it's a good case to show, because you can still fly and do everything perfectly as a pilot, and you can still do everything right in an engagement and still lose. It's kind of weird. Like, you can still do perfect flying, but it's just the fact that you can't disobey the laws of physics and go a bit faster, or your plane just isn't as good as the enemy's plane. But yeah, unfortunately, he pulls away out of my guns. My chances of getting that kill are gone. This Corsair's coming in. And then what makes me laugh is, I can't quite show it, unfortunately, but if you look down here in the kill feed, I've actually managed to get that kill. So yeah, that Corsair that I shot up earlier in the run has come back and somehow managed to ram himself into a stalling 109. I suppose this could be a topic for a future video about the fanaticism of War Thunder pilots, and it's something Spitfire actually mentioned in a recent video of his that made me laugh. Is that the way War Thunder players play is so fanatical, they will just throw their planes away for a kill. But that's a discussion and topic for another time on how not to play. Don't be like this guy. Don't throw your plane away. Treat it as a precious resource, not just as some kamikaze fucking lunatic plane that you dive in, get one kill, and that's it. But yeah, I hope that was an interesting breakdown of that particular engagement and how to defensive fly. It's fairly simple once you've got the grasp of it. It's all about trying to keep your enemy at the right distance at the right time, basically. You dodge their bullets in the initial engagement. As they close in, you start dodging even more. You try and get some speed in a particular maneuver. In my case, it was a dive. Dive down, make him compress and overshoot, which he did. Hopefully you'll have enough speed to follow him up, and as he's pulling away, you fire your guns and you get the kill. That's the basic, sort of pattern or rhythm, if you want, of how a reversal takes place. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed that small breakdown. I don't know what this series is going to be called, but you'll see the YouTube video title and you'll know. So let me know if you enjoy this kind of breakdown of footage that I get through my experience playing the almost fun game of War Thunder. But anyway, yeah, if you've enjoyed, please leave a like and also comment, as I do read the comments, all of them. So any critiques or encouragement is much appreciated. And of course, subscribe and stick around. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys are having a good day, and I will see you guys later.